Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday Talks with the Green Bay Doulas. I'm Emily Jacobson. Today, we're getting hands on. So, one thing we want to talk about with all of this happening right now is how do you do counter pressure? What's a hip squeeze? How do you do a Cook's pressure point? And what is a knee press? All of these things can be done, and we want to show you how. So, here we go. We've got Jamie and Cynthia here in the office, and what they're going to do is show you a basic hip squeeze. So what you want to do is find the tops of the laboring woman's hips. You kind of find it by kind of finding the butt crack in a sense. And then on either side, you can kind of feel the top of the pelvis. You put your palms on those hips and you put your hands towards each other like you're doing a chest pass in basketball, and you push in. Now it's up to the laboring mom to kind of say like lower, higher, maybe they're in labor and they'll just move your hands where they want them to be. But the goal is to sustain this, holding their pelvis together for the length of the actual contraction itself. And so that's why we call it counter pressure, because while she's doing something with the contraction, breathing, taking on what's happening, the person who's supporting her also is doing something. Therefore, they're not talking. And that's one thing we always say. If someone's having contraction, this is the time to just observe and be quiet so that the person who's having the contraction and experiencing the sensations can really be able to process what's happening. So you would hold that for the length of the contraction. Once that contraction's over, everyone kind of takes a break, relaxes. But one thing to remember too is, especially for Cynthia, save your back. And so you don't want to be standing up doing that because your back will get really tired. And the reason we do the chest pass, like turning our hands inward, is that then you're using your biceps, triceps, lats, everything. It makes your whole shoulder utilize versus if you just use your hands pushing out, you're going to exhaust your biceps in a matter of minutes. And usually this is something as doulas we're doing every 2 to 3 minutes for several hours. So we have a whole different set of muscles that we utilize. Now, the second thing I want to talk about was Cook's pressure point. And with that, you're finding, and this is really great for back pressure, this is really great for babies who aren't really engaged anymore or are having a hard time engaging deeper into the pelvis. So mom's still in that forward lean, could be on full hands and knees, but what she's going to do is take the palm of her hands and put it right on the really meaty part of her butt, like all the way down. Like, keep it going. There you go. And really right there, and she's going to push. And now Jamie can push backwards on it and get that internal, feels like she's doing something with that contraction then versus just breathing through it. You kind of use that. Cynthia pushes, Jamie pushes back, and that can really help take the edge off of a contraction. What we know neurologically is happening is it's disrupting the pain sensors in our body when we're doing that. Again, you would hold that for the contraction. All right, perfect. Then the last counter pressure thing that we want to talk about is a knee press. So the fancy thing about labor and delivery beds is that they can move into a queen's throne, as we call it. Now, no other hospital beds can do this but the labor and delivery beds. So the goal is to sit in your labor and delivery bed all the way back as far as your knees can go. So you'll have to come forward a little bit just because. Yeah. So what Cynthia's going to do is she's going to put the palm of her hands on the bottom of her knee. So you can kind of feel where your kneecap is, and that's where the palms of your hands should be. Then, during that contraction, Cynthia is going to push, and she's going to push really hard against it. What she's doing is literally shifting Jamie's pelvis into a better alignment, offering, again, that counter pressure technique and knocking out that pain receptors to the brain to really help. As soon as the contraction's done, everyone can rest. Take that break, relax, shake out your arms, go back to your 3 hours. Rest, relax, and ritual, and get ready for the next contraction. So those are our 3 counter pressure techniques that we wanted to show you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next week. Bye.